I'm here to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars and mainly Trevor Lawrence as to why they have turned their season around and are entering the divisional round to play the Kansas City Chiefs Saturday. Now, I hope you all ready because I'm ready to break it down to you as to why they have become so good down the stretch. To start off, the Jacksonville Jaguars have improved mainly because Trevor Lawrence has been protecting the football. In his rookie year, he had 17 interceptions. This year, his sophomore year, he has gone down to 8 interceptions, 9 interceptions less. He's averaged a full yard more per attempt. His long completion is 59 yards, and he has 4,100 passing yards. He also has 25 touchdowns, which isn't too shabby, along with 5 rushing touchdowns to give a grand total of 30 total touchdowns in the year. He has had 4 fumbles, but he's a loose cannon type quarterback. Those are going to happen. But what has improved Lawrence so much? He's starting to read NFL defenses. You can tell from when Urban Meyer, it was a complete struggle his rookie year. Nothing was going right. Everything went wrong. Now fast forward to this year, he was starting to pick up stuff more and more at the beginning of the year, but nothing was fully clicked yet. It takes a while for these guys to click, and it did at the end of the year, and they went on a heater going 7-2 down the stretch and beating the Chargers by coming back by 27 points. Trevor Lawrence has led the Jaguars on an amazing comeback season this year, but still has a chance to go down better in Jaguars history, hoping to go to another AFC Championship game, their second one in 5 years. Another reason the Jaguars have been so much better this year has been Travis Etienne. He was injured his rookie year and was unfortunately unable to play at all, dealing with a foot injury. This year, this has pretty much been his rookie year. He has ran for over 1,000 yards. Over 1,100 yards, actually, at 1,125 yards. He has 5 touchdowns and a long of 62. And on attempt for rushing plays, he averages 5 yards. He's getting 5 yards a carry. That's amazing. On a Jaguars team where the O-line you didn't really know about entering the year, if you were told your starting running backs can get 5 yards a carry, you'd be happily taking that. But he's also been no slouch in receiving game. He has 35 receptions for over 300 receiving yards. No touchdowns, but that will come soon enough, averaging 9 yards per reception. Travis Etienne has been a yard getter for them. He's not maybe the elite running back that you want, but he's perfect for Doug Pederson's system of the Andy Reid type running back that if you can catch the ball, you're great. But if you're a change of pace guy, you can make those cuts, you're going to have a great career with that offense. In the offseason, the Jaguars added some receiving help, getting Christian Kirk and Zay Jones in the building, and combined they've got for over 1,900 receiving yards. They've got 13 touchdowns as well, and both average over 10 yards a reception. That's impressive for a sophomore quarterback getting them the ball, let alone when they signed them, they screwed up the wide receiver market with Christian Kirk to the point that everyone started overpaying their wide receivers, and Christian Kirk's deal is now considered good. Now, Christian Kirk, he was never the guy in Arizona that everyone thought he would be, but he's had 84 receptions this year. He has done a tremendous job in receiving the football and being that guy for Trevor Lawrence. Also no slouch is Evan Ingram. Evan Ingram has came into the Jaguars as kind of a bust from the Giants. He has been a nice guy to get them touchdowns, and he has been used very well in Doug Pederson's offense that uses tight ends immensely to open up other players. Now, defensively, they don't have the best defense in the NFL. They don't even have a good defense most weeks. But what they do have is a young, fast defense that's hungry, that's going to get to the ball, that's going to just cause chaos. That's what the Jaguars rely on most, is chaos on the defensive side of the ball. Paid off against Tennessee Titans with Jenkins coming off the edge, getting a strip sack, fumble return for a touchdown to win the division. This Jaguars team finds ways to win games, which is something impressive. And even though their defense is young and it still has a lot of room to grow, they seem to rise to the moment. They get the right play at the right time, which is huge for a young team on the rise. I was wrong about Doug Pederson. I was wrong. I thought it was a stupid hire by the Jaguars when they made it. I thought they were just going to waste another year of Trevor Lawrence's career, maybe 2, and they were going to go nowhere. I thought Doug Pederson only had success because he had Frank Reich as his offense coordinator. I was wrong. With what Doug Pederson has done to change the culture for the Jaguars, has been nothing but impressive. Urban Meyer left a train wreck, just dumpster fire, anything you want to call it. That's what the culture was. Kicking kickers, just not listen to players, being what a college coach thinks he can get away with in the NFL when you can't. Doug Pederson's come in and changed the culture completely. Not only that, he's improved Trevor Lawrence's game drastically. Doug Pederson is a great offensive mind, but I never thought he would achieve this fast with the Jaguars. If you told me he made the playoffs in his career at Jacksonville, I said, okay, what did Trevor Lawrence do to save him? But Trevor Lawrence didn't save him. He saved Trevor Lawrence. And Doug Pederson's done an amazing job, and he's going to continue to do a good job, and he's going against his former mentor, Andy Reid, on Saturday, and it's going to be a great game. I'm excited to watch. Now time for my overall thoughts on Jaguars. Where do I see them going? Well, in a couple years, maybe a year from now, I don't know with how these quarterbacks develop, they can possibly get to the Super Bowl. Trevor Lawrence is special one of one. There's a reason he was the number one guy coming out of high school to college and going to Clemson. There's a reason that teams were openly tanking to get him. He is a special talent, and he may become the best quarterback in the league. It's going to be hard to surpass Allen, Mahomes, and Burrow. It's going to be hard to surpass those big three. But he has a talent. He has capabilities to do it, and he clearly has some great coaching, Doug Pederson, to achieve that as well. Carson Wentz has not been the same since Doug Pederson hasn't been with him. And as much as I thought that was a lot to do with Frank Reich, I was proven wrong with Carson Wentz in Indianapolis. And looking with what Pederson's doing with Trevor Lawrence in Jacksonville, I say you got a bright future in Jacksonville with those two as your head coach and quarterback for the future.